Hello there, everyone. It's Tanya Gabrielle, Wealth Astronumerologist, and welcome to Star Codes, where today we're going to focus on a really fun event that happened on August 11th, and that is Jupiter stationing direct again in its own sign. Now, that is the best sign for any planet, is their own home sign. And so after a 4-month retrograde in Sagittarius, Jupiter is culminating its journey now until December, when it will move into Capricorn. So this is a very important moment here where Jupiter travels through its own sign. It only enters Sagittarius once every 12 years because it takes Jupiter 1 year approximately to go through every zodiac sign. So this is a wonderful culmination here, a huge call to action to make the best of the next 3.5 months as Jupiter coasts through the rest of Sagittarius before joining that stellium in Capricorn, which is going to be a huge event in January and beyond. There's going to be more opportunity now that Jupiter's moving forward again. So if you've been feeling like there's a situation or you're expecting something really special to happen in your life, this is the time for you. So I want you to really focus your energy on this positive forward momentum, because it's really going to impact you in a big way if you take part in it. Now, the key point is always to be proactive and not to let things happen to you, because you want to work in tandem in relationship with the universal energies here. It's always a dance that we dance with Source, with the universe, with the stars. And so this is what makes it fun, is you're not in this alone, right? There are periods where you can really take advantage of the momentum as it appears. So in today's episode, we're going to dive into the Jupiter stationing direct in Sagittarius on August 11th, how this change of direction coincides with several other stellar events at the same time is really remarkable, and what the fire planet Mars and the communication planet Mercury are up to on August 11th, how your life will be impacted by the 14-degree placement of Jupiter. That's where Jupiter is stationing in Sagittarius. What does that mean? And the impact of Uranus's change of direction happening the same day, plus why the 1111 portal is activated for this wonderful final surge for Jupiter. The birth of the final surge is truly connected to that 1111 portal. And as usual, we're going to end with powerful tips on how to leverage the star codes in your personal and professional life. So when Jupiter started its current retrograde in Sagittarius, it happened on April 11th, exactly 4 months before August 11th. And the sun was in Aries, initiating the first seeds that something remarkable and exciting and new was going to unfold, because Aries is the first sign. So it initiates a new kind of energetic surge, new understanding, right? So that was unfolding for the last 4 months, and we were integrating something very important. Now we're going to get into what Jupiter stands for in a moment, but I want to mention here that Aries and Sagittarius are in the same element of fire. So there's a lot of fire energy in play, because the stationing direct is happening in Leo, and the 3 fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So fire is active. It's all about action, and you've been feeling an undeniable shift as the fire is surging and reaching places and obviously burning down what's no longer supposed to be, a big part of your life. And so during this retrograde, your mind and outlook on the future wasn't quite as clear as the actual, fire spreading happened. And that's why we had to really go in the last few months to do an integrity check-in. So this April 11th starting point, while the sun is in Aries, and now the direct motion while the sun is in Leo, and happening to Jupiter the ruler of Sagittarius, is very, very important, because as the fire clears things out, you will see more clearly. You will see actually beyond the clearing itself. And fire is light. The sun is, there's fire, the stars are made out of that light, that fire. So one of the things that Jupiter governs is honesty and the court of law, justice. So there's been a big call from the universe for you to be really honest about what's happening in your life between April 11th and August 11th. And so you're making amends if necessary. You're just understanding, because your judgment is becoming really clear. And in fact, it's becoming more clear now that Jupiter is stationing direct again. So that will really impact your decision. So the internal check-in that you've done, the honesty check-in, is helping you to get fully aligned now with what you're here to do and what you're here not to do, just as important, right? So, of course, that makes this a wonderful time to know who you are at soul level. What does that inner fire in you say about you? What does your birthday and birth name say about you? How are you lit up with passion? So you can actually find that out. I have a wonderful free masterclass that you can take at starcodeclass.com. And I highly recommend, if you haven't taken it yet, to go in there and discover the wonderful gifts that your birthday and birth name contain. Plus, we look at the degree numbers in your astrology star code map as well, because astronumerology is the combination of the stars and the numbers, right? They actually belong together, these two divination arts. Now, Jupiter's the planet of justice. I mentioned that, of honor, of joy, expansion, wisdom, abundance, opportunity. And so it is one of the most positive experiences we can have when Jupiter is impacting our lives as it is now. Now, when any planet changes direction, it has a bigger impact because it is at a standstill. So Jupiter's movement from retrograde to direct is a sign that you are now, because it's forward momentum in its own sign, you are now invested in your future in a very joyful, passionate way, in a way that is very honest and true to who you are. So that makes you very hopeful about your future, because you're connected in the way you need to be. You're connected to, like I said, the true you. So you have a big chance now to expand your vision. You will have many opportunities in the next few months to improve your life, to enhance what feels good. When Jupiter was retrograde from April 11th through August 11th, you probably discovered some essential things that you needed to address in order to feel free to fully pursue your dream. Now that Jupiter's direct again, you'll notice how your adjustments, that internal, let me check into my inner compass, right? Those adjustments are going to start bearing fruit now. So everything that you've taken care of now is coming together. And so you can implement your dreams, your hopes, things that were not accessible before. You're going to see beyond the horizon into potential, right? And that is so exciting because, Jupiter represents leaping ahead with newfound understanding, newfound wisdom. It is about success and happiness that accompany you as you fulfill your goals. And so your abundance, of course, is greatly enhanced as well. Financial flow is expanded when you are connected and plugged in to who you are at soul level and honoring that, the integrity of who you are. Romance and love are wonderfully activated. This is happening while the sun is in Leo, and we're going to go into an incredible trine that Jupiter is forming in a minute, but there's so much love and romance connected with this time right now. And it doesn't mean it's happening at this moment, but it will evolve over the next few months, right? So you feel good, you feel cheerful, you feel optimistic, you have an expansive outlook. It's a great time to make new investments. It's also a really good time to take a holiday break if you can, because Sagittarius and Jupiter also govern travel, especially long distance travel, foreign countries, that, other cultures. This is all going to be enhanced over the next few months. Higher education, higher learning. Like I said, wisdom and justice. Now let's go to the trine, because this is really, really exciting. So at the time that Jupiter stations direct again, it forms an exact trine to a stellium in the fire sign of Leo. Now stellium is when more than two planets, so 3, 4, 5, etc., come together. That's called a stellium. They're in the same place in the heavens. Now in January, we have a huge stellium coming up in Capricorn, but we're talking about Jupiter right now, and Jupiter is forming the most magnificent harmonious trine, 120-degree angle, to a stellium of Sun, Venus, and Mars, all in Leo. The Sun and Venus are actually conjunct. That means they're exactly together at 18 degrees in Leo at the time that Jupiter is stationing direct. This is pretty incredible. So it just fires you up about the future. Jupiter trine to Venus and the Sun, just as it changes direction and is at a standstill, literally making it even more exciting, brings many lovely positive events into your life. It sets the stage for beautiful, abundant, forward momentum over the next 4 months. So Jupiter, Sun, and Venus all are enhancements of financial flow, of fulfillment, of staying true to your values and love, fortunate future outcomes. I mean, this is really exciting. And Leo governs the heart. Leo is very romantic. Leo is the 5th house, which is about children, love, romance, and fun, creativity. So all of that is accentuated as well. And then Mars is also part of the stellium. Mars is the 3rd light body here with the Sun and Venus that is trine to Jupiter. And Mars is the ruler of Aries. Mars is all about forward momentum, new decisions, new goals, right? Moving forward, propelled forward into your future. So, and since Leo is a fire sign, Mars the fire planet, all that passion will be firing you up. You're really going to have this incredible opportunity over the next months into December. Here's the other thing. Mercury is leaving Cancer and entering Leo on August 11th as well. There's so much going on. I haven't even talked about Uranus yet. This is so exciting. So Mercury also enters the fire sign. That means your thoughts are aligned with your heart and your passions and your desires. Fire is momentum and movement. So the shift is feeling undeniable. So you want to make note of what is being lit up in your life. Please make note of that. What is being emphasized? Who is being emphasized? What is being expanded upon? Look at those things right now, because that is where you want to shift your energy into. You'll want to make sure you have a deep connection to what's going on and a deep connection to the way you're going to implement what's going on, which is through the gifts that you were born with, which are revealed in your personal star code. So again, make sure you take that free masterclass at starcodeclass.com, because it'll show you exactly how you're aligned, what is helpful to you, what is not so good, the shadow side. All these things are important because they help to refine you and get rid of the stuff that the expectations and, the stuff that society and education and parents and other mentors, whatever it is, culture has put onto you that is somebody else's idea of what you should be. All of that's being stripped away and you're being set free to pursue who you are at soul level. And that class at starcodeclass.com shows you what that is. Now, the question becomes, what's going to help you ride that wave of optimism, of positive expansion, of fortunate outcomes? Well, there are 2 really lovely synchronicities that are happening on August 11th. Uranus, the planet of inspiration and shifts and internal revolutionary change that sets you free, Uranus is stationing retrograde the same day that Jupiter stations direct. So, and Uranus is stationing retrograde in Taurus. So what does Uranus do? Well, Uranus helps you explore new directions. And when it goes retrograde, you're looking within. So the unexpected, definitely there's going to be some kind of shift. Something or someone will want to break free in your neck of the woods. It might be you, could be something around you, right? There's like beliefs, conventional approaches that don't work. And since Uranus retrogrades at 6 degrees in Taurus and ends at 2 degree Taurus, this is the first retrograde that happens completely in Taurus. Now, 6 degrees indicates love, 2 degrees indicates partnership. Uranus retrograde in Taurus is a little bit more calm because Taurus is very grounding, but there certainly will be a quest for freedom, personal freedom, around love, security, and financial flow. So if you're anticipating a major change in your professional or personal life in the next 5 months while Uranus is retrograde, Uranus will help you internalize that desired shift. So just keep that in mind. So this Uranus retrograde is happening the same day Jupiter stations direct. It's going to give you the tools to break free from old beliefs so that you have that joy and abundance at your disposal, that flow of finances, of happiness. And so this reset button is being pressed the same day, this 11/11 day, right? Because they're both happening on August 11th. And so this is quite amazing. You are basically allowing laughter and joy of Jupiter to merge with this really exciting moment of shifting. So you can laugh about the change. You don't have to fear the change. Now, the second synchronistic event is that Jupiter stations direct at 14 degrees, and that's the number of change, adventure, freedom, the same thing that Uranus represents. So 14 and Uranus are all about communication, inspiration, and communication with not only source, but having a message, an inspired message. And that sets you free to explore that message, sets you free to explore other horizons, infinite horizons. 14 is the media number. It fosters new connections. It fosters taking a risk to reach out with your message, to be with people. So you're poised now to take that adventure, to go on a new journey. And in connection with Jupiter stationing into direct motion, your thoughts and ideas, your inspirations are very hopeful now. They're happy. So make some judgment decisions, right? Jupiter rules justice and integrity. Make some decisions about what you're exposing yourself to. And if it's not helping you see something from a place of wisdom, integrate it in a positive way, then stay away from it until you're ready to partake, right? Now, the fire element activated in Sagittarius and Leo is about enthusiasm. So you feel very, very charged up by that light in your heart. You have a strong urge to feel like you're living an awakened life. And you can see your life in a much bigger, grander way. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. Jupiter is about expansion. So everything is enlarged. And so you want to embrace that expansion. Now, here are some tips and takeaways on how to make this Jupiter direct in Sagittarius energy on August 11th, moving forward into December, really work for you. So, like I said, April 11th, when the retrograde started, August 11th, when it ended, opened the 11/11 portal. Jupiter is about progress. 11/11 is your gateway into this expansive progress, new beginnings, enthusiasm. So be open to life, be curious, learn something new. Go on a journey. Jupiter goes on journeys. Jupiter travels, and it doesn't necessarily have to be literal travel. It can mean traveling in your mind. Smile when you see someone. Doesn't matter who it is, where you are. Find the fun and happiness in every moment. 1111 is being present, and that's every moment. Find that same fun in your projects and activities. Show up for work with enthusiasm whenever you can. And if you're at home and you're an entrepreneur like I am, show up into your office, into your studio, into wherever you're, doing your laptop lifestyle. Show up with enthusiasm and see the best in people. See opportunities when you're experiencing a setback. This is all a way to stay aligned. Seeing the best in people means that you are, first of all, acknowledging that they are walking a different path than you. And so they're trying their best based on what they've experienced. And you can never know what that means. So you always want to have their best interests at heart. And at the same time, see opportunities to align, to connect with joy, connect with laughter, right? And that includes when you experience a setback. You've got to understand that every setback is an invitation to listen to feedback. Feedback stops you for a moment to take in what the experience of moving into a certain direction has impacted you, how it's impacted you. And so then you can make your next informed decision. So it actually there's never a challenge that cannot be turned into an experience of growth. So you always want to see those opportunities. You want to go the extra mile. Jupiter is definitely about stepping into expansion. So going the extra mile in everything you do is very, very important. So no matter who or what appears in your life, handle each person, each situation with an openness, with grace, with joy, and total integrity. Jupiter, Sagittarius, there's a purpose to your life, and the purpose is to stay true to who you are, and also to seek justice where justice is necessary, meaning when it feels intuitively like it needs to be addressed. And so you need to then step in with that courage, that Jupiter courage, and that Uranus intuition and willingness to shift things and set things right again, right? So this is a big opportunity over the next few months to stay in that place where if it doesn't bring you into a place of joy, wisdom, where everybody is allowed to honor who they are at soul level without interference, then you need to make an internal shift, which is why Uranus is retrograde. So Uranus is helping this Jupiter in Sagittarius final stretch to come to a conclusion in the most magnificent way, because Uranus is turning our attention, our listening qualities within. So it is a very powerful moment, this August 11, opening the portal. It really is preparing us for the many, many beginnings, double new beginnings, 11/11, that are appearing now. Reset buttons being activated all over the place. Unexpected shifts happening in ways that we couldn't even imagine. They're already in play, but they're going to become a lot more clear because your vision is being aligned to see incredibly far beyond the horizon now. And once we're in 2020, your vision's going to be perfect. You're going to see everything. So this is really an important time, an exciting time. I wish you all the best as we merge into seeing the truth and align with it the best we can, right? With enthusiasm, with joy, with passion, with honor. So thank you so much for joining me for this particular podcast, the Star Code Show. And remember, you can explore your own star code at starcodeclass.com. It's a wonderful way to discover your divine blueprint. And I wish you an incredible week. I will see you next week when we explore another beautiful event in the celestial realms. Bye bye for now.